But let's move on. UCO Bank is in focus. The bank has opened a Vostro account for a Russian bank, Gazprom Bank. UCO was used by the RBI to do rupee payments, even with Iran, because they have no foreign branches. So sanctions at the moment do not matter. But Soma Sankara Prasad, the MD and CEO at UCO Bank, joins us now to talk about that. And Lata is here to take that discussion forward. Lata.
Good morning, Mr. Prasad. Thank you very much. Okay, so can you tell us, you've opened only one Vostro account so far?
See, I mean, we have got the RBI approval for opening the special Vostro account of Gazprom Bank. There are certain other formalities to be completed. So as and when the formalities are completed, the account of the bank would be opened. But as far as your question asking about whether only one account has been opened, we have received applications from about 15 banks in different countries. We are looking at those applications, and depending on the requirement, we'll go ahead with the opening of certain other accounts also.
That was going to be my second question. Who else have applied, and from which countries?
I mean, Italy is one country. I know that they have applied for opening a special Vostro account with us. And I mean, I don't have the full details.
Asia, Gulf countries?
Other countries, but it is not confined to a specific country, and that is a point I would like.
Okay, no, I get your point. But no one from the Gulf area, the Middle Eastern countries?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and not Sri Lanka either?
Not yet.
Okay, there are people who are talking, even Bangladesh was, touted as, are there other parties from Russia, for instance?
There are a few other applications from certain other Russian banks.
Okay.
But as I said, I think the way to look at this mechanism is, I think we have to look at the larger picture. It is a mechanism that has been put in place by the Reserve Bank of India for the purpose of ensuring trade settlement in rupees. And this is a facility which is available to all the banks. And therefore, it is not either country specific or bank specific.
Okay.
So I think it's a very good step taken by the RBI. And I think going forward, I think with India becoming the fifth largest economy in the world, I think more and more invoicing of trade should happen in rupees. And I think this is the first step towards that.
Okay. You don't have any foreign branches, do you?
We do have two foreign branches, one in Singapore and the other in Hong Kong.
Okay.
But the point I would like to make is having or not having foreign branches has nothing to do with opening the special Vostro accounts of the banks from any other country. Because we are dealing only in permitted goods, and we are also dealing only with non-sanctioned banks. And the invoicing will happen in rupees, settlement will happen in rupees. So as a bank, or for that matter, we are not violating any provisions of any sanctions.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would expect that both the RBI and the UCO board will be very careful about both the activities that are financed and the entities that are allowed to open accounts. Take a point on that. But has any transaction happened?
Not yet, because the account is in the process of being opened. Once the account is opened, we can expect the transactions to happen.
And what will they do with the money? Is the road clear for them to buy government securities? That was the original intent.
See, I think what will happen is these special Vostro accounts which are to be opened will work really well where the balance of trade between the two countries is more or less even. Because see, if we are only buying goods from a particular country, it would mean that large rupee balances will be there in the Vostro account. So there will be a problem regarding how these rupees should be utilized. Similarly, only when we are exporting to some other country and there are not many imports from that country, the problem would be that there would not be any rupees available in the account to pay the exporters. So this mechanism would work where the balance of trade is more or less even. But RBI is aware of the fact that if there are rupee balances lying in the Vostro accounts, and since Vostro accounts are non-interest bearing and there would not be any interest paid on Vostro accounts, now they have opened a mechanism for investing a certain amount in government securities as per FEMA regulations. I think that this is the right step going forward, because instead of keeping the money idle in the Vostro accounts, this money can be utilized for the purpose of earning interest by investing it in G-Secs.
No, I take your point that they have to be two-way. You know, you have to both import and export from that country, which is why I asked you if any of the Middle Eastern entities have opened, especially Iran, with whom you all already had an arrangement.
The arrangement we had with Iran was more or less very similar to what the RBI has mentioned in this circular. In fact, I think it has been picked up from there only to a large extent because it works successfully in case of that country. And I think now they're opening up the trade in rupees. And regarding your question whether applications have been received from other countries, I think you are aware that the RBI circular has been issued only about a month back.
Okay.
So I think it's still early days. So I think going forward, not just UCO Bank, I think, but several other banks in the country have also received applications for opening Vostro.
Fair. Oh, yeah, that's good to hear. We did hear the SBI chairman also saying that they have received requests. Just a word now on your general business. Can you report even further lower slippages in the current quarter? Any thoughts, any numbers you can share on loan growth?
Numbers I'll not be able to share, but things are looking up in the second quarter because the first quarter was marred by the mark-to-market impact. And as you are aware that when we made the mark-to-market provisions in the first quarter, it was at 6.45%. So we are expecting a certain amount of write back. And the other important thing is, as far as UCO Bank is concerned, we do not have any large corporate account which is under stress. So whatever minor slippages are there, they would be in small ticket, retail, agriculture, which we are trying to manage. And I think all the banks are looking forward to a good second quarter.
Okay, all the best for that then. Thanks a lot for joining in and taking us through all of these data points. That's UCO Bank. By the way, the market has now recovered quite a bit. The mid-cap index has moved into the green. Surprise, surprise. The Nifty as well, from a low of 16,820. The Nifty is back above 16,930. So a remarkable intraday recovery is what we're seeing right now. Let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, Mitesh Thakkar will join in to tell us how to approach this volatile market and some stock ideas as well.